Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
Hello, and welcome back to another incredible episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am your host, Jason Hardin, and I am absolutely grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be alive, let alone here talking to y'all. But anyway, man, the other day, someone was asking me, how does your business stay successful? How do you make it through the challenges and through the ups and downs of just life, period, let alone life of an entrepreneur, life of a young black male, whatever you want to call it. It's just like, how do you stay focused on business and deal with life, And I told him, well, there was a bunch of things I could have said. That was so open-ended. I could have went any direction. I could have went up, down, left, right, side, be it. Anyway, I thought about it for a second. And I was like, what does, keep me going? Like, what's the fundamental element that I use to just push through and get things done and just basically do everything that's required to not just move forward past a challenge, but actually progress. And I think for me, that has to be the ability to get into boss mode. And they asked me, like, what's boss mode? And I had to tell them because boss mode, in the Jason Hardin glossary of game, boss mode is the state of mind in which your confidence in your abilities is extremely high and your application of them is immaculate. I'm going to read it one more time. Boss mode is the state of mind in which your confidence in your abilities is extremely high and your application of them is immaculate. And basically, in layman's terms, in regular words, that just means that boss mode is a zone. It's your zone. It's your zone where you visualize something and you make it happen. And you do whatever is necessary, required to make it happen without really thinking about it. You just know what to do. And it can come at any time. And there's ways to make it come and trigger it. But I want you guys to know how important it is and why it's important to be in boss mode or to at least achieve it. And the key ingredients. First, let me tell you the key ingredients to boss mode. The key ingredients for boss mode are self-awareness, focus, confidence, and courage. I broke it down. That's self-awareness, focus, confidence, and courage, and that's pretty much the only four ingredients required to enter that boss mode state, to enter boss mode, to enter that zone, that mentality to where you can damn near take on any challenge or basically take over the world. You can make anything happen. There's nothing you can't do. And why is boss mode important is because you can make anything happen. And there's virtually nothing you can't do. If you know how to channel your focus, and think about the issue, whether it be getting a job, landing a position in an internship, owning a business, being a great parent, being a great spouse, man, whatever your goal is, if you enter boss mode, even if it's something like real immediate, like getting some work done, finishing your book, finishing your article, finishing, working on your blog or your website, working on your logos, working on your art, your craft, your ingredients, your recipes. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you do or what you are, but when you enter that zone, If you entered it before, then you know what I'm talking about. Then you know what I'm saying. Then you can relate. But for those that don't know, man, I can only explain it like this. When I'm playing chess, right, and I'm in the zone in chess, like, I'm already responding to moves 3 moves later. You know, I can see 3, 4, 5 moves down the line, and I'm not even trying to think about it. It's just like playing like background music in my head. It's literally like all I can think about is the game and what's happening and all that. That's like, I know I'm in the zone, and I don't lose when I'm in the zone. You know, it's impossible. You know, that's how I feel. It's virtually impossible for me to lose when I'm in the zone. You know, and even out there on the golf course, you know, sometimes, like, a lot of times, I'm very, like, average, and I shoot horrible scores, and I have a great shot, a great drive, and a horrible second shot, and maybe a decent putt, or on the next hole I might have a horrible drive, and, you know, a decent second shot, a nice chip, and you know what I'm saying. It's like my game rarely comes together, but when I'm in that zone, my game comes together a little more. Like, I'll get that great drive, followed by a good second shot, followed by a nice chip, and then a decent 2-putt. You know, I'll hit these holes almost like I picture it in my mind. You know, I'll land these putts like I picture it in my mind. I can drive almost like I picture it in my mind, and it almost becomes too easy. When you're in the zone, the work becomes too easy. The activity, the duty, the performance, the whatever it is becomes second nature, almost like not even like breathing, almost like your heart beating. You don't feel it, you don't see it, you don't hear it, but it's there, and it's making everything happen, and that's being in the zone. That's being in boss mode. You know, and you don't just want this sensation to happen like being struck by lightning or some shit. You want to be able to enter boss mode whenever you want to. You want to summon this at will. Like I said, it's important to get it, because let me tell you what boss mode is. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave you the definition, but let me tell you what boss mode is. Boss mode is having to sell 500 shirts in a weekend. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that okay, at the end of the weekend, I gotta have such and such a money for rent, and now I got these 500 shirts. And it's Friday, and I need this whatever, 1,500 or whatever I need by Monday. Boss mode is getting out there in your car, setting up a table at anywhere there's foot traffic. I'm talking about not getting no permit, not asking around, damn near just like making sure it's okay by the people that are right there in that immediate area. If they're okay, man, setting up a table, putting your stuff out there, and really getting them off. You know what I'm saying? Until someone tells you, no, or you can't be here, whatever, move to the next spot. Man, that's boss mode. That's hunger. That's like not letting nobody tell you whatever. That's getting the money, getting it the only way you know how, solving your problem the best you know how, doing something positive. I mean, it's not negative to get it done, and really being focused and moving to that next corner. You know, boss mode is if you have a business and you're not getting customers, going out there and putting out flyers. You know, if you're not into the old school, the new school buying ads online and using TikTok and Google and Instagram and Facebook, I mean, those are great ways to get it. But if you're not savvy on that, man, nothing still beats flyers. You can't track them, and they ain't as effective. You can be smart with them, put some, coupon codes or whatever on them. But the thing is, man, if you're trying to gain customers, there's ways to go get them if you enter that boss mode. If that's what you aim to do, you know what I'm saying? Then you can make that happen. Whatever you aim to do, you can make happen. But you have to believe that, and you have to enter that boss mode. You have to be like, man, can't shit stop me right now. I'm tunnel visioned. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing going on but what's right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm on one. That's what they call it sometimes, being on one, man. He on one. And I don't mean a bad on one, but I mean, man, he on one. He's in that zone. You know what I'm saying? That must be what Kobe felt, what Jordan felt, what Wayne Gretzky felt, what what Obama felt when he was, sitting on them podiums and talking his shit sometimes. He must have just felt like, man, this is boss mode when he's speaking right and all the words are landing and the people are clapping and screaming at every point he makes, man. That has to be boss mode to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is boss mode to you? But it doesn't have to be something extreme. It could be something like, man, you getting up every morning, you drinking your water, you're doing your stretches, you're working out for 30, 20, 45 minutes, whatever, and then you're eating a good breakfast, and then you're taking care of business, doing what you have to do. That's boss mode. And you're laser focused every morning you get up. After you get to work, when you have your coffee or whatever, when you get where you're going, man, you kind of relax, you kind of settle into your stuff, but whatever it is. But that morning routine, if you do that every day, man, that's boss mode shit. That focus on something positive, and that routining and programming to do something that's going to progress, help you progress and move the needle, man, that's boss shit, man. And being able to enter that at will, man, there's nothing more boss than that.
Hey, it's Christina Nicholson here from the Become a Media Maven podcast. I'm a former TV reporter and anchor, and if you're a business owner, you're going to want to check out Become a Media Maven because I am not holding back when it comes to sharing my experience in the newsroom, what works, and what'll get you in the national spotlight. You don't need to hire a PR agency like mine. Just listen to the podcast where I share all of my secrets, and I talk to some pretty cool people too.
So before this gets all long, because I don't never want these to be long. Let me get to let me try to help you activate boss mode. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like some wonderful shit, doesn't it? Like, ooh, man, this superpower sounds great, man. How do I make it happen? If you ain't never felt it before, if you ain't never been in the zoned out, man, lose track of time, man, and can go on for hours doing this, don't want to be interrupted, don't want to answer no phone, man, that's boss mode. And if you ain't never felt it or never experienced or you have, and you're trying to get there again, man, let me help you. Let me help you get in the boss mode, how to activate it. First, you got to determine what you're really trying to accomplish. What is your objective? You can't be no boss and have no goal. You know what I'm saying? You can't be no boss and just, what do you need? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You have to be definite. I'm trying to make this happen. I'm trying to get Peter Voog on my podcast as a guest within the next year. That's a boss mode statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I enter boss mode, I can probably make that happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get Dr. Boyce Watkins on my show live within the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are boss mode statements, and I ain't ready to take that on yet. And I'm not saying I can't make that happen because I would really love them to be on my show. I really would, but I want to build my show up first. But I'm just using that as an example that applies to me of what that boss mode goal looks like. You know what I'm saying? How definite it is, how certain it is, how detailed it is. You want a clear objective because you can't go after something that you don't know exists. Like, it doesn't even have to exist. It just has to be a clear picture in your head, a clear finished product or result in your head that you're trying to make come to be. That's where it starts. Because without that, like, man, you can't really aim for nothing if you have no target. You feel me? So the first thing is to determine what you really want out of life. And that's why I say even like to live that boss life, to live the life of a boss, like you really have to have your own definition of success. That's why that goes hand in hand. Now this shit's starting to make sense, huh? Like why I say that, why that's the tagline, why I use life of a boss as a hashtag and as a concept, like it goes hand in hand. So to live that boss life, you have to have some purpose. And you have to have a purpose and a goal that you set yourself. For yourself. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be I want to be rich. No, I want $100,000 in my checking account at the end of this year. You know, that's a goal. That's a boss goal. I want more money. That ain't a boss goal. I want to make more money. Nah, man, I want to start a business, a plumbing business or a landscaping business, and charge such and such at least a house and make this by this date. That's a boss goal. I need these 300 cookies baked by midnight. That's a damn boss goal, if that applies to you. You know what I'm saying? So a boss goal can be anything, but you have to have one. You have to start with some type of purpose, some type of target. You know, some type of vision, some type of end result that you want to make happen. You know what I'm saying? And we all have something that we want to make happen, so it shouldn't be that hard. Pick one. Pick one. Because some of y'all walking around like y'all lost, like y'all have nothing in life. Y'all want to fucking do an accomplishment. Pick something. Pick something. Number 2, man, convince yourself that failure is not an option. Failure is not okay. It's okay to not succeed. You know what I'm saying? But it's not okay to just take failure and walk home with it and just put it in your pocket and in the bank and save it forever. Nah, man, you keep going. So there is no failure. There's just learning and progressing. Yeah, I was going to say another word, but that kind of, whatever came out. We authentic over here. Very authentic. But anyway, man, you really want to convince yourself that failure is not an option, man. I have to get this done. Like your baby needs $20,000 for a surgery and you got 6 months to do it. Like I gotta get this done. And there's no insurance and there's no copay or whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's $20,000 cash you need to raise in 6 months for your mama to stay alive, or for your son to come home from wherever, from being held hostage. I don't know. But like I said, man, you have to treat everything with that urgency. You know what I'm saying? That's what being boss mode is. It's like, man, I don't care how small the task is. You treat that shit with some urgency, with some priority, and you get it done. Anyway, so understand failure is not an option when you're in boss mode. It's just tunnel vision to the end goal, and the end goal is success. All right. Number 3, be prepared and willing to tap into everything and everyone you know. When you're in boss mode, man, you want to reach out to anyone and everything that you have access to. You know what I'm saying? You want to tap into your network. You know what I'm saying? And you want to tap into your net worth. And they sound the same because they damn near are. The people you kick it with are the people that give you value. You know what I'm saying? Or lack thereof. So you want to tap into everything you have and everything you and everyone you know, because as a boss, when you're in that boss mode, man, it's almost like the Matrix. Can you picture the Matrix in that white room, that Matrix room where they just enter that program and he needs guns and all these guns fly in out of nowhere, just racks and racks of guns. You know what I'm saying? Or he needs to know how to do kung fu and bam. They upload the program so now he knows how to do kung fu. That's pretty much how boss mode works, man. Whatever we know, that's already in our system, we can access. When you're in boss mode, that's when that is at its finest. You can summon all this information. Oh, Jerry, he knows such and such to get me in the room with such and such. Oh, man, Claudia knows who, and Mike. Oh, damn, man, I remember Mike was a janitor at that building. Maybe he knows such and such. Oh, damn, man, if I run this play, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be able to use everything that's going on. That's boss mode shit, man. You got to know that applies. That is a talent, a skill, man. And some people do it like nothing. Some people have to work at it. But wherever you fall, get better at it. Because that is a hell of a skill. Being able to oh, man, Steve does that. Let me call him. Let me get out of this problem before I even get in it by calling people I know. Oh, man, I know how to do that on Photoshop. Let me do it. Oh, man, that's something I can create on Word. Man, let me write this document. Man, whatever you know how to do, you got to know how to call upon it. Or whoever you know that can get something done, you got to know how to utilize them when you're in boss mode. Because the end result is getting what you're trying to accomplish done. And you're not using shame or pride and don't want to ask for help. I know, because I do that shit all the time. So as I'm telling you, I'm still working on this. Because I get a lot of things done when I'm really trying, but man, when I'm not all the way sold on something, man, I don't ask for no help. Even when I am, I don't, but especially if I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to tap into everything you are, everything you have, everything you do. You got to be able to do that to be in boss mode. You know what I'm saying? So know that that's a component. Know that that's something you have to learn how to keep doing and do better. All right, next. You have to turn on your laser focus. You already know that, because boss mode is all about focus, man. Being in the zone is all about, man, being so in the moment and so in tune into what you're doing right then and there that, man, can't nothing throw you off your game. Explosions and people trying to trip you up in politics and people laughing at you saying you suck. Man, can't nothing throw you off your game if you got that laser focus. You know what I'm saying? I was watching that Tiger movie, that Tiger Woods movie. I forgot what it was called. But Tiger was hitting. He was about to hit. And someone was on the tee, and his dad was talking and something. And then the dude was like, okay, am we going to shut up now because his son's about to hit? He was like, nah, man, hey, he better be able to hit with bombs going off. He better be able to hit when a war is going on. You know, when he got to be able to perform in any condition. And that was the point. He has to be able to channel his focus and get the job done. If somebody isn't physically touching him and snatching him from where he stands, he needs to be able to do what he has to do and he came to do. And that's so important. So you got to have that laser focus, man. You know that has to be an ingredient in boss mode. Of boss mode. Excuse me. Anyway, next. You have to keep your eyes and mind open for opportunities. Because just like how we have to know how to tap into everything we know and everyone we know and everything we have access to, we have to be able to tap into what comes up out the blue, what we think about the blue, like, oh. You know, you got to have an open mind to where you can think of new possibilities and accept and see things you didn't see before. You know what I'm saying? To see different perspectives and be like, oh, that's how I can do it. You know, all these epiphanies don't come with the same type of thinking you had. These epiphanies mean basically a change. You had a change of mind. Something new happened to you. You know what I'm saying? Something new happened to your thinking, and you got to be open-minded to get these epiphanies. You have to be willing to learn and accept new information and believe in new truths. Some people think what they know is true and don't want to believe nothing else, and they could be full of shit and not know it. That's the sad part, and not know it. So be open-minded. You know, be open-minded and open your eyes. I mean, listen with your ears, with your head, with your imagination, with your eyes, and soak up whatever's around you and use that to your advantage, man, because that's what boss mode is. Boss mode is to be able to think on the fly. You can call an audible on the line. That's boss mode. And to be able to do that is you're taking in what's going on around you. Oh, man, the safety is lined up over my tight end. Man, I can throw deep. But it's a run play. Let me audible that right now at the line because I ain't got no time to call a timeout, man. This is going on right now in real time. If I call a timeout, they're going to change the defense. Man, let me call an audible. Blue 16. And now we're going deep, and now we're going to exploit the opportunity that we have. But you can only do that and see that if you're open-minded and willing to change and willing to learn. All right? Lastly, to be in boss mode, to really achieve it, attain it, and to really embrace it and utilize it to the fullest, you have to execute. To really know how to get in boss mode whenever you want to, man, you got to know how to execute. So whatever you start, you better finish it. You know, ain't no incomplete bosses out here. You know, if you didn't finish, then you didn't become a boss. And I don't mean if you didn't finish college or you didn't finish that class. I mean if you didn't finish working on you or your goal or whatever that was. Because there's plenty of people that didn't finish college or didn't finish school or didn't finish this or that. They got exactly where they want to be. That's because they completed their end goal of where they wanted to be. And that's why it's so important to know exactly what you want, because all the shit in the middle don't matter. Some of this you can bypass. Some of this somebody can help lift you over and out of before you even get into it. So you have to know exactly what you want to make this road and trip easier for you and to actually end up with that. All right, but like I said, man, it's execution. It's execution. That's the final, I guess, hack that I have, or any way to command boss mode. You can only cut boss mode on if you finish something. You know what I'm saying? Like if your intentions is to execute, if your intentions is to get it done. That's what I'm saying. So it starts with what do you want to accomplish, and it ends with accomplishing it. You know, and doing everything. Execute is the whole process of it. From beginning to end, man. You started, you took class, you got the mentor, you read the book, you invested in yourself, you made the deposit, you bought the equipment, whatever it is, man. You began to execute, you started executing, you took action. Anyway, man, boss mode is important, and man, that's how to get in it, because that's how I stay afloat. Whenever I have to, I get this tunnel vision. I'm like, okay, how do I get this done? Okay, man, do I know somebody? Okay, I know the councilman. Oh, okay, I can get this number from this person who's influential in the community, and this person can get me in touch with that person, and then I can meet so-and-so, and then I can ask them if I can get, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's how my mind works. And it's not taking anything for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because taking advantage is a good thing. To take advantage of something is a great thing. Take advantage of your parents. Take advantage of where you live. Take advantage of your school. Take advantage of the opportunities that are presented, and go all in with them. What's not right is taking things for granted. When you don't take any advantage of all the riches and possibilities and opportunities and things you can make happen from what's around you. When you just not, man, I don't need it, Mom. I don't want it. I'm gonna get you a new computer. Oh, I don't need it. Want me to pay for your dance lessons or your sport or your tuition? Oh, man, I'm fine. I don't need it. That's not taking advantage. That's taking for granted. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, I don't take advantage of my parents. I don't ask them for nothing. I don't take nothing from them. Man, no, you're taking them for granted because they're here and they're here to help you and they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know the difference. That's why I say this boss shit is very tricky, man. Like I said, it ain't for everybody. But if you got the intuition and the desire to be better, to want to understand more, to want to be healthier in your mind, body, and spirit. If you want to just go all in on self-improvement, whatever you don't know that you need to know, you're willing to go learn. You know, if you want to embrace that, then man, the world can open up and really be your oyster, man. This world can turn into a damn magic lamp, and anything you wish for can happen. But until then, it won't. Alright, anyway, I love y'all, man. That's my word for the day, man. Check us out, man. This show is brought to you in part by Maiden Dina, so check out maidendina.com, man. Check out lifeofaboss.net. Pre-order my book. You know what I'm saying? Man, just stay in touch. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Hardin is the name on most of them. The rest I don't know. You can just Jason Hardin. Search for me by name. I'm sure I'll come up. Anyway, I love y'all, man. All of y'all are great, man. Keep doing better. Like I said, don't get better at being good. Be good at getting better. All right? I'm going to end it with that. Success is a lifestyle. Peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And to never forget that success is a lifestyle.